Don't forget that the Dooney Secret coaching website, the live link is below in the description here. And if you want to earn more money, if you want to book more shows, if you want to do a better job for the groups that you're working for, in other words, if you want more success at being a professional fun guy, fun girl, joy bringer, then Dooney will help you. One-on-one coaching starts at $300 and it's worth every cent. And not only that, but it's a money-back guarantee. Hope to see you there. All right, so I think I invented this. I don't remember, but I think I did. When I was doing all of these balloons for years in restaurants, 5 nights a week, 1,500 balloons a week for about 15 years, I did specialize in 1 balloon animals. So this is not a 1 balloon animal, it's a 4 balloon animal, but you'll see the last added balloon parts are don't take very long, but they add that extra zing, zap, zoom, right? So this is a clown, and I start with a not tremendously inflated balloon. I've got, looks like 6, 7 fingers, not inflated. You know, this again is just a rough measurement. You know, you have to work on your proportions, and you can always adjust proportions as you go. So first thing I'm going to do is make the hat for the clown. So that'll be the top of the hat. I'm going to work from the head down, and I do an ear tie, so just a single ball that I pull out, twist around, and if I don't twist it too much, I can get this kind of flat. It's going to wind up being the hat band, right? The rim. Another ear tie, pull it out, twist it around. Pull it out, twist it around. All right, so that becomes the hat, head or face. Now I'm going to do 2 arms with a pop tie. So 1 arm. Now proportions, right? So if this were my head, how long would my arm be? Quite a bit longer, right? Quite a bit longer. 3 balls for the pop tie. 1, 2, 3. And notice how small they are. They're smaller than the diameter of this, pretty small. And measure off 1 more arm. Block that off. So it's basically a 5 bubble circle, right? But it's arm, bubble, 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 arm. Right? Now I'm going to make ear ties out of these 2 ends bubbles. So I isolate 1 bubble, pull it out, twist it around. Isolate 1 bubble, pull it out, twist it around. And when I say isolate, I'm using this finger and this finger to stop everything else from coming. So just that ball is what I twist around. All right, so this is going to be a pop tie. So I need to divide each one of these in half also. If you want a little bit more talk about the pop tie, that's in my advanced techniques video under my video playlist for balloon sculpture playlist. What I do is I twist one way with one hand, one way with the other hand, and I'm using just my fingertips. Fingertips pushing right in the middle of that ear. Push, twist. Okay, so now I've got it twisted, and I'll do a couple of extra turns to make sure it's nice and tight. So that's going to allow me to pop those hands apart. Okay. Body, about the same length as the hands. All right. I'm going to do a leg. So I'm going to do a technique that enables me to get rid of the tail. All right. So leg, foot, foot, leg. And a long tail, but I'm going to get rid of that. So I'm going to ear tie each one of these. So I'm not doing the 2 of them together, one at a time. So the one on the one side, ear tie. One on the other side, ear tie. Okay? Now I made my legs, they're not exactly even because I wanted to give myself a lot of tail. It's always nice to get a lot of tail. So I have to let the air out of this. And the way I do it is, since it's all the way to the end, I push it back. I push the air back so that just this little butt here is not inflated. Just that little tiny bit is not inflated. And I'll cut a hole in that. All right. And what I do is I stretch this down in between the two legs and wrap it around the feet a couple of times. And then I'll spread these apart and that'll go in between. All right. But what happens is I then get legs with no tail. Because you don't want a clown with a penis, right? You do not want a clown where the tail spins around and it looks risque. I may do a couple of risque balloons for you too. You never know. All right. Now comes, before I do this, I'm going to pop it, mark it up, but then I'm going to add one more thing to it. So I don't usually mark it after I pop it. I don't want to do much after I pop it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little flower on his hat. Right? A little flower on his hat. Big eyes, big nose, and a big clowny smile. Okay, just like that. All right. Now I could stop there if I was in a hurry, but if I'm not in a hurry, if you take a moment to put a little bit of rickrack around the edges of the hands, 3 like balls in the front, right, and a little rickrack around the bottom, then what happens is it looks more like a clown costume, right? Now this is a quick version, right, because I always like to work fast, but here we go. So I'm going to pop this middle ball. These divided ear ties hold together and will not untwist. But I'm going to hold them when I do the pop. I'm going to pop it, but I'm going to hold on to these so they don't accidentally untwist right at that moment. All right. Now, as long as I'm not playing with this, as long as I'm not hitting it and hitting it and hitting it, it should stay. And you're going to get this kind of thing. Right? I'm getting a lot of shine off my computer mirror on his face, so it's hard to see. Now I'm going to add the bonus, right? This is the bonus part. I'm going to take a balloon, uninflated balloon. Now, I don't know any other way to do this other than with my mouth. I'm going to suck on this end until a little ball goes in it. All right. Now you give it a little bit of length, not too much, and you tie it off. And what happens is that inflated part will be stiffer and there'll be a little ball at the end. So I'm going to cut these off. I made 3 of these. Whoops. Dropped one. Line them up. Get them together. Put it in one of the hands. You just slide it in between these 2 sections of the ear. Just stretch it in between there. And what happens is, you'll have to straighten it up. You've now got a clown holding balloons. Isn't that fun? I like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to click on my coaching link. Don't forget to watch for new stuff. I'm going to keep throwing them out there. You never know. I'm going to do a bicyclist or a motorcyclist next. Why not? Why not? Have a great day.